Hello Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I'm going to show you another fabulous technique using the Brusho Crystal Colour. So the reason why I super love this one is because it's a little bit more clean and controlled, and as I've been playing with the Brusho, I find that it's a little bit more of like an artistic-y, sort of eclectic look, and that's not really my style, but yet I know that there's other ways that you can use this stuff. So I will definitely leave a link down below to some of my other videos where you can see a little bit more controlled look and a little bit more fabulous artistic look using the Brusho Crystal Colour, and see what works best for you. So of course, the Brusho Crystal Colour comes in this little box, and there's the blue, red, yellow, orange, and green in there. And of course I have all my little push pins in the top, because you definitely don't want to open it because plenty of ink comes out with that little bitty push pin hole. So here I created this fabulous background, which I got this technique from my upline, the fabulous Meg Lovin. So thank you so much for that awesome technique. I've been having fun with it, especially with the Epic Sale-A-Bration stamp set, because I mean it screams that eclectic, crazy, wacko background look. So because I love Converse, I have a pair of baby blue ones. I wanted to do this one in red as well, because I want red ones next, I think. Red or pink, I can't decide. So let me know in the comments which one you think I should get. Should I get red or pink ones next? So I'm just gonna push this aside and show you how I did that awesome background. So I just have an empty clear stamp case, and that's just to kind of keep it controlled and keep the wet baby wipe not getting my desk wet. So I just have a regular wet baby wipe in here. So I folded it in half once, and now I'm just going to use the red and tap some of the ink all around. Or I guess it's not really ink, it's more like powder, right? So there you can see that it's starting to bleed. And that's because it's starting to sort of melt, I guess you could say, melt into that wet baby wipe. The other thing that I like about this technique is that you can use a regular Whisper White cardstock, and I am a huge fan of watercoloring with regular Whisper White cardstock, just because I'm just not a huge fan of watercolor paper. I just prefer the basics and things like that. I do like to get it out every once in a while, but not for every project. So now I'm simply just going to press this into the baby wipe all over, and you can do it as like a press or as a smear or however you wish. So I think I'm just gonna start on this side and press it in, and then you have that look. And then let's go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll see if we need to go back and add a few spots. Okay, that didn't come out as well, so let's push a little harder. So there you have that awesome technique. You'll see that the cardstock is starting to curl a little bit. You can see it there. And that's just because the water and the moisture and everything in the paper. So now I could stop there, but if I wanted to fill in a little bit here or a little bit there, I could always press it back down. Of course, you can also set this aside to let it dry, or you can also use your heat tool to speed things up if you have no patience. That's totally me on doing any of the projects. The other super cool thing is you can get lots of these out of that one baby wipe. So, you know, if you were doing multiples, you could slap down another piece of paper and another one and another one, and I mean, eventually you'd have to maybe moisten the baby wipe depending on how long it took you to do it, or by just, you know, adding some spritz or something like that to it. Or you might have to add some more color if you started to see that it was quite light and you wanted a more darker look there. One of the other things that I will mention about this is even if there are some spots that you think aren't filled in, once you add your focal point and your greeting, then it's going to sort of take away some of that as well. So I mean, it's not super necessary that you get the entire thing perfectly, you know, created and everything like that. that. So there is my awesome red background. I did use the Stampin' Blends for those Converse shoes. Let me bring in the Epic Celebrations stamp set, which is this one here. So I used the little shoes down here, but you could also do this with the headphones or the guitar or even any other stamp set that has, you know, like a nice little image that you can add to it and you just want that awesome background. So speaking of awesome, you're awesome. Let me show you how I did that cool greeting with the little banner ends on the end there. So I actually used the Magical Mates Framelit set, which has this banner framelit. So I die cut one in white and stamped the greeting on it, and then I die cut a second one in navy. And so with this second one, I'm simply going to cut it in half and then just add a little bit to either end. So I will add some adhesive to the back of my greeting, and then going along the same lines of the banner, you know, not like tilting it or anything else, I'm just going to add a little bit hanging out on this end, and whoop. And it's pretty easy to line it up because you do have that. Like, you know, if you're thinking, oh, the angle's wrong, then it's probably peeking out like right here or right here. So, you know, you can kind of use that as your guide. So on the back, it just has that little split, and on the front, it's got that fabulous little extra on either side. So super, super fun way to add a little bit more life to one of your framelits. So it looks like it's just one framelit, but you can get that layering effect with die cutting a second one and cutting it in half. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial showing a little bit more on Brusho Crystal Colour, as well as a fabulous fun way to use your framelits and the Sale-A-Bration items. Don't forget that Sale-A-Bration does end on March 31st, so there are the $50 items and the $100 items, so you'll definitely want to check out both of those. I'll leave a link down below for those. Of course, don't forget that at a $75 order, then you will get my free stamp set of the month, which is the In the Trees stamp set. So I will leave some links down below for you to check out some samples using that amazing stamp set. Don't forget to check out my blog, laurastamppad.com, to see the finished sample of the red Converse shoes. And also, you'll see more pictures of the blue too. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new by clicking down here, and check out some of my other videos over here. I'll see you guys all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.